Hey everyone, Joe here. Just wanted to share the spring 2021 garden with you. Here's Kirby over here. He's ready and raring to go. Over here next to him we've got the Comfrey. It's growing really well now. It's got this little bamboo fence border that we built for it. Looks really nice. This was all free bamboo. People like to give it away in the spring because they want to get rid of it. You can see that we put a little fence around the garden too, made out of bamboo. It's got a single rail, and we're going to put a second rail on it so that you know who can't get in. Over here we have eggplants, and if you look, you can see there's several growing, coming in here, especially this middle plant, big one there. We're not sure what this is. We think it's a kohlrabi, maybe. This was growing wild, and we put it in the garden. Definitely some kind of a cabbage. If you know what this is, let me know. Over here is the russet potatoes. They're finally coming up. We got more over there coming up. Not as many as I would have liked, because this entire area here is actually russets and Yukons, but I don't see any Yukons growing yet. Over here we've got our peppers, and they've got some nice little peppers on them. These three plants here and that plant in the corner. These are the Romas, and you can see there's lots of Roma tomatoes on those. And over there we've got more Romas, and those are ripening. They'll be picked soon. Here's our cherry tomatoes. That's kind of where we're taking everything. Here's our broccoli. Broccoli we've let go to flower, some of it. I just want to see if I can get some seeds off of it. And the rest of it, the big crowns, we've already harvested. There's a couple of little pieces growing back we can harvest and eat like that. That's another pepper. It's got a lot of little pepper plants on it, or little peppers on it. It's starting to turn. Over here is another eggplant. This also has eggplants starting on it. Now I've been noticing on these eggplants, these Florida white weevils. If you look really closely into there, you can see one. There's these tiny little weevils, and they're real easy to see at night if you shine a light on them. So we shine a light on them and we pick them off. Because they're not good for the plant. They chew it up. Over here's the corn. It's doing well inside the cage. Last time we grew the corn, it was getting eaten at this stage. So we can never grow it past this, but putting it in a cage and putting tulle around it really helped. That's just corn seeds that actually dropped on the ground and they're growing out of the mulch. Over here is radish. These were all started inside and planted out here. Some of them are doing well in that corner. Here's our watermelon, and we've got 4 of these, and this one's doing the best, and I think it's because it gets the most sun. And those are our watermelons. Here's our roses, and they're doing incredibly well. With lots of blooms on those. And we take the petals when they're about to die and fall off, and we stick them in a little Tupperware and put them on the table or a little bowl, and they just are incredibly fragrant. Here's our mulberry. And you can see just in the last few weeks it's got a lot of green leaves on it and a lot of flowers, and each one of these flowers is going to turn into a fruit. Like you can see some over here already starting. They fruit, and they turn bright red, and then they turn deep, deep purple, and that's when you want to eat them, when they're purple. They're nice and sweet. When they're red, they're really tart. This is our second mulberry. We started this just from sticks from this one. So that's doing really well. There's our dragon fruit. It's taking a long time, but it's finally going. Started that from seed. And these planters on the side here, we've got more mulberries. These were all started from that original plant as well. They're all starting to flower as well, so I'm going to get lots of fruit off of these. I eventually want to build some more planters all along here and have mulberries in them. And I'll show you how to build these planters in another video. It's really easy and very cheap. Dirt cheap. Here's the basil. This was all started from one plant. And eventually this entire planter is going to be full of them. I love basil. Just the smell of it is amazing. Put this on our spaghetti and stuff like that. Here's the avocado tree. It's doing really well. All the flowers have pretty much bloomed. A few weeks ago there was a ton of bees on this. I mean, you could stand next to this and you would hear them. It would just be a buzzing sound, constant, like electricity. This little ladybug likes to hang out all the time here. And one of these actually has an avocado that has started developing. It's going to take quite a few months. Oh, here it is. You see that tiny little thing there? That's an avocado. And hopefully we'll get more. So far we have one. This is cherry tomatoes that I'm just letting grow wild here out of this planter. I've had to cut it back twice now. We get a lot of tomatoes off of this, as you can tell right here. Quite a few getting ready to be picked. Over here we have pineapples. These were all bought from store pineapple, cut off the tops, stick them in the ground, and this is what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. And the big one here we've already had fruit off of. We've already had a pineapple off of that one. Over here is more potatoes. These are russets coming in. More tomatoes. Here's our peas, and they're doing really well. These were started inside, and I brought them outside, but they were getting eaten, so I covered them in tulle. And I'll show you that in another video, but that just protects them from getting eaten. I think the squirrels were enjoying them too much. So this is a cucumber plant. It's taken a while to start. It hasn't grown much since that size. And the rest of this is garlic. And a couple of these are growing really well, and the rest are just taking forever. So we'll see what happens. This is a cranberry hibiscus. Really healthy for you. You just pull leaves off of them. This is our longevity spinach. This was started from one single branch, and it's grown into all of this. This is incredibly good to eat. It's very nutritious. It's actually an Asian plant, and it's not really a spinach. It's called longevity spinach. You have the fresh young leaves. Put them in anything, soups, salads, eat them raw, smoothies. We like to take them and put them in our basil pesto. Mix them in there with that, and they're really good for you. So that's the spring garden. Hope you enjoyed the tour, and we'll take one last look at the dog, because he's awesome. Hey Kirby. This is Joe saying keep on growing. See you next time.